Today we are writing a weekend recount. What days of the week are the weekend? They both begin with the S sound. Saturday and Sunday. We're going to look at writing in 3 steps. First we have our planning, then we have our writing, and then we have our editing. Let's take a look at our first step. Before you start, organise your writing space. Open up your book, make sure your pencil is ready to go. I've got all of my term 1 sight words on one side, then I have my sound waves chart at the top, and I've also got my new golden magic words that I'm still learning. Now there may be some double ups with the sight words and the golden words, but that's absolutely fine. That way you're ready to put on your writer's hat and we're ready to go. Before we start planning, let's take a look at our recount checklist. Now a parent or carer might write this for you on your Have a Go page, and that way it will remind you what to include in your writing. Your recount needs to have a title. In this instance, it would be My Weekend Recount. Your writing needs to start with a beginning sentence that tells the who, what, where, and when. Your writing needs to use recount words such as first, then, next, and finally. And your writing needs to finish off with an ending sentence. We will refer to that checklist in both the writing step and the editing step. For now, it's to think about as we're planning our writing. In class, we call it think, pair, share. So I'm thinking that I'm going to talk about, I might talk about Saturday. And I remember Saturday was cold and windy, so I might mention that. I did stay at home that day. First, what did I do? Well, I did have some nice breakfast. I had breakfast, I remember that was avocado and toast. And then I did lots of washing. I think I did 3 loads of washing. So I might talk about that. Lastly, or finally, I watched a movie on Netflix. So I got to lie on the couch with Cookie and Jess, and we watched that. So it was a really good day. I'm going to think about that. It's your turn. Have a think. Share with a parent or your carer. That will help us with the planning, and then we will get to the writing. First, write your title. This tells us what your writing is about. Write your beginning sentence. Remember to include who were you with? What did you do? Where were you? When was it? Use your recount words to start your sentences. First, then, next, finally. Keep your day in order. Finish with an ending sentence. How did you feel about your day? What was your favourite thing? We are now up to our last step, editing. This is where we can make changes if we need to. Refer to both the recount checklist and your writing checklist. Does your writing have a title? Does your writing have a beginning sentence that tells the who, what, where, and when? Does your writing have recount words? First, then, next, finally. Does your writing have an ending sentence? Have you used full stops at the end of every sentence? Have you used a capital letter at the start of every sentence? Have you used finger spaces between every single word? Have you really used your Have a Go page? Try sounding out those new words. And have you been using your sight words, even some of your new magic words? Now the next step, it's very important, read your story aloud. It's very easy, even adults do it, to miss out some words when we're writing. So when we read it aloud, we work out if it makes sense or not. Let's do that with my one. It was a cold and windy Saturday, and I stayed at home with Jess and Cookie. First, we had a yummy breakfast. I ate avocado on toast. Then I did 3 loads of washing. Finally, Jess, Cookie and I snuggled on the couch to watch a movie on Netflix. It was a relaxing day at home. Now it's your turn to write your weekend recount. I can't wait to hear all about it. Enjoy. Bye.